So even though that's a forward-facing arrangement and you've got your products at the front, you always got to make sure that the back of your arrangement looks just as nice. Hi, so today I'm going to do a beautiful little dry flower arrangement. It's going to be a forward-facing arrangement, so that means it's going to be taller at the back and cascading down to the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work to the side here, so you'll see me working side on, and I'll keep turning the arrangement around to show you how it progresses. So what we're going to start with, we're going to need something focal at the back. I've got some beautiful little palm spears here. These actually came in orange, didn't like the orange, so I've sprayed them a rose gold. Now they suit my purpose beautifully, because who suits orange? Probably nobody but a council worker. So in we go with that. I'm just going to make sure that the length is going to be okay, and the height at the back is going to be in sync with the size of the pot. I'm going to pop 3 of those in. Now, to start with, I've actually used the dried floral foam, so that's really good to use. It secures everything in place. So I've just cut it to size, I popped the whole brick over the top, cut it around, and it was easy just to slide into the bowl. So next I'm going to work out what focal flowers I want. I've got some beautiful little magnolia buds, and I also have some peony roses that I want to use. So I'm going to set the magnolias up on this side. Some lovely leucadendrons I'm going to hide behind. So as you can see, we're starting to get a shape there at the front. I'm going to fill in with some beautiful little white fern. Trim off the bits that you don't want. And I want this just cascading over the edge. You have to feed that into the oasis, because it's actually, the stems are really quite fine. Even though it's a forward-facing arrangement, you still need to cover your back end to make sure that it still looks clean and neat from every angle. I'm going to have one more just coming through here. Okay, so that's coming along quite nice. Now I'm going to use my peonies. These are the beautiful dried peonies. And I'm just going to clump them through here. When you're going into the floral foam, you really just hold the whole stem. Because they are dried, they are a little bit more static, and they break a little bit easier. So just support their little head and their stem in a couple of points as you're pushing it into the harder foam. And the beautiful part with these peonies, they look a little bit squashed when you get them out of the packet, but as they get the humidity in the flower, they actually open up and soften. Even though they're a dry flower, they still open quite beautifully once they're out of the little squash package. So I've got some at home and they're just amazing. And the perfume are just amazing. These are locally Australian grown peonies too, so we like that. Just going to pop a little one here at the front. And then I'm going to jut one up at the back there. So I'll bring that around to show you how we're looking so far. So we've got the basis of what the arrangement's going to look like. Now we've got to fill in the gaps. A couple of longer pieces through the back. And you can see that it's starting to take beautiful shape. This is like a dried tiki fern. That's a preserved one. and bleached. So let's see how that's looking. Quite good. Got some beautiful little rice flower. And I've chosen this beautiful salmony pink just to give the whole arrangement a pop. And I've actually chosen also some black hydrangea. And I'm going to pop that over this side, so we've got it like a cascading rainbow effect in the colours, from black, white, pink and then darker. Now I'm going to use this beautiful hydrangea on this side. Break it down into smaller clumps. You don't need to use the whole bunch for that, and just jiggle it apart. Coming through there quite nice. Don't throw these little bits away, you can use them in everything. Actually, I want that a little bit longer, so I'm going to wire there. I'm just going to double over on the stem, wrap it down and all the way down it. That way I can get some height at the back. If I was going to put it here, like I originally intended, it becomes too clumpy. You forget to tell the story up high. So you see that a little bit in the arrangements going around, that there's quite clump. So when you're doing stuff, you remember you're telling a cascading story. So I'm just going to turn that way, and I'll go this way. So that's really starting to frame that arrangement now, looking quite pretty. So what we do now is grab a few little belly buttons, a couple of little pops of fun, and we're close to finishing, and then we just fill in the gaps, and there you have a lovely little dry flower arrangement. I'm going to use some of this hydrangea now just to fill in around the back so you don't see any of the workings of the oasis. So just keeping it down low. These are the offcuts that I was talking about. I've actually got a leucadendron that would be perfect for that spot. Just going to quickly wire up that fern. The stems are quite soft, and because I've got so much product in there now, I know if I go to put that in, I'll probably just snap the stem. So it's going to be easier just to shoot like a laser, that wire, straight through that. You can hear it going in. Super easy, as opposed to smashing it up and breaking it. Okay, and then I'm going to go a little bit more white out here, and then I think we're just about done. So even though that's a forward-facing arrangement and you've got your products at the front, you always got to make sure that the back of your arrangement looks just as nice. So you just got to make sure once you've finished everything, turn it around, just fill in the gaps with the little bits of here and there, and just complete the look from the back and the front, and then you know you've got a good job.